costs. In California, gas prices hitting a record high for the second consecutive day.
Gas prices soaring to the highest average ever recorded.
Byron! Who's the president? Byron!
How's it going, man? What's the gas prices where you're living right now?
Too high.
Too high?
Too high.
Goddamn. Okay, so what's going on here with this car?
You know, if you remember, I had a Lexus LS400, and it was a V8, and it got around 22 miles per gallon, which for a V8, not bad, but still too little. So, you know, I saw that gas prices are going up, the world is going down, and I had to get something different. I had to get a hybrid. So I bought this.
Look at that, it says right there, H.
It's a Lexus ES300h. It's a hybrid, and I just about cut my fuel use in half because of this guy. So maybe you should also consider going hybrid or going electric during these trying times.
All right, guys, so in this video, we're gonna talk a little bit about what it's really like to have a hybrid and what you're getting into when you consider getting a hybrid, because these gas prices are crazy.
Comment down below how much your girlfriend pays to fill your tank.
Comment down below. All right, so first and foremost, how much like what's your gas mileage right now with this thing?
I get just about 40.
All right, so some of the questions that a lot of people have when they consider a hybrid are maintenance. What am I getting into in type of maintenance, bro?
Well, it's a good thing I've got a hybrid certified mechanic right here.
That's true. Certified. How we doing?
So we'll direct this question towards Bass Pro Nadolski. What do you got for us?
Which question?
What kind of maintenance are you going to be doing on a hybrid car?
Just throw it away. It's not worth it. Get yourself a V8.
Mentality is dying away because Arab oil can only fuel so many cars.
That's true.
But Chinese lithium,
that's where it's at, apparently. Okay, so anyways, what kind of maintenance do you have to do in a hybrid like this one?
Well, the big thing that everyone talks about, that everyone's scared about, is when these hybrid batteries go bad. They tend to go bad between 100, 150,000 miles.
Okay.
And around 10 years of age. Just think of like your battery for, let's say, your cordless tools, or battery for, in any terms. These batteries get decharged and charged constantly. And you're never gonna, once you start getting up to like charging a lot, the battery will never hold a perfect charge. So when you're recharging, you get back up to 99% of the battery's life, and 98, and 97, and 96, and it keeps going down over time until eventually the batteries don't work anymore. And why that's a big concern with these hybrids is because currently those batteries are very expensive. You could easily pay upwards of $1,000 more to just get a battery replaced.
How many miles do you have on this thing?
128,000.
Oh, it's coming.
No, it's not.
Why?
Because I bought a good one.
Okay. Before we step any further with this Lexus, let's not get it confused. This is not an electric vehicle. This is a hybrid. Can you explain the difference, Joseph?
So a hybrid vehicle has an ICE internal combustion engine and a electric motor, all right, that drives the vehicle. Things like Tesla, Chevy Volt, Nissan Leaf, those are full EV vehicles that do not have an internal combustion engine, and that's why those ones are so quiet compared to other vehicles. So quiet that the manufacturers had to make a noise simulator so people could actually hear them driving, and you don't cross the street while an EV vehicle is about to hit you. So.
Interesting. All right. Well, can we pop the hood? See what the hell's going on in there? Wait, can you show me the key? Can you show me the key?
Lexus Luxury. I'll show you the key. Here's my Asus Republic of Gamers keychain.
Okay. And that's the key. That's a big key.
That's a big meaty key.
Okay. Wireless?
Of course.
All right, dude.
Let's check out what's under the hood.
All right, dude. All right, dude. All right, so we got an inline 4, obviously. And then we got a bunch of like hybrid shit. Where's the hybrid shit? I'm assuming it's this shit, right? What is it? I don't know what it is. I don't have a fucking hybrid.
Orange is high voltage lines. You don't want to touch those without taking out the plug.
Oh, for reals? I didn't know that.
Oh, you actually die. That's how much voltage.
Wait, and then what is it? This is the motor, obviously?
No, that's the motor's further down.
What is this?
Shit, I haven't. Read the box.
High voltage inside.
It's been a while.
Can come in the 350 or the 300H. 350 comes with this V6. It's like 26 miles per gallon. Whereas this bad boy right here, it's 39-40 split, or I think 40-41 split is what it is.
That's pretty good.
So
that's pretty good.
You can see that there are advantages to a hybrid vehicle, but are there advantages to you owning a hybrid vehicle?
That's a real question.
You're gonna need to do some mathematics to figure that out. Think of it this way. You've got a daily commute, right? In my case, say it's about 20 miles. I could drive 20 miles one way, 20 miles back the other way. So with this car, I'm paying for 1 gallon of fuel for my total commute. Before, I was doing a lot more, double that precisely. So I'm cutting my fuel use just about in half.
So inside here, you can see that we have an internal combustion engine. This looks like your average internal combustion engine. You have an inline 4 right there. I believe they use these in the RAV4 as well. But right here, when you see these orange lines, that's a high voltage system. If you don't know much about hybrids, do not touch them. There's a lot of voltage going through those lines, and you could actually shock yourself and potentially die.
No, for real. So I'm pretty sure these things run at like 4,000 volts, around there.
Like anytime there's a high voltage service plug in the back of these cars that you have to unplug and leave unplugged for any time to let these lines lose their voltage. That way you can work on the systems. If you don't know what you're doing, don't do nothing, all right? Because there's technicians in every shop. There's specific technicians to work on EV and hybrid vehicles, all right? They're great cars, but not a little much for the DIY guys, all right?
Yeah, fair enough. All right, well, that's how it rolls. Look at this guy. All right, we're gonna have to film this.
Bro, it's an ROTC kid at lunch. Ultimate Fighter shot.
What else we got?
Ultimate Fighter. I'm coming. I'm coming for you, Randy Orton. I'm gonna be slithering like I do magic. I'm gonna be flipping like an acrobatic.
You know what's the interesting thing about this this fighter right here? He's wearing some crazy drip. Talk to us about this crazy drip, all right?
So check me out. You're a car guy. You're looking for some sauce. You got date night on a Sunday. And your wifey says you can't wear this. You can't wear that.
Definitely not that.
So what do you wear? You go right here. The Projects Automotive. You cop yourself some fire. You go out on that date night and you get some. You feel me? This design is from February. They got new designs every single month. So if you don't like one month, wait 30 days. Find some new designs for yourself.
Link in the description down below, yeah?
Link in the description. Check them out. You'll love it. If not, there's no guarantee because you got bad taste.
So they have the electric motors, they have the converters, they have regenerative braking, which is a cool thing on these hybrids, is that when you are braking, you are actually recharging your battery. And you have two batteries on this, so you have your high voltage battery, and you have your traditional 12-volt battery that starts the internal combustion engine. These cars, they're pretty, you know, it's a cool design. Hybrids are starting to become more popular, especially as raising gas prices. We are out here in California, so there's a big push for hybrids and EV vehicles. For example, you could ride in the carpool lane solo if you have a hybrid or EV vehicle. That's an incentive.
If it has a large enough battery. This car doesn't have a large enough battery to be considered a full EV vehicle. But some vehicles, if they have a large enough battery up to a certain kilowatt hour, I think, then you can actually drive, like Prius Primes, for example. However, this one doesn't have a big enough battery.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What is your final word on this, Joey? What kind of people would you recommend to get this type of spaceship?
So, I mean, everyone's opinion is going to vary. I think if you're a commuter, a big time commuter, hybrids is something you could look into. if you just got to be aware of certain things with hybrids, such as the cost of maintenance and work done on EV systems are more because there are less technicians and less shops that work on them. So you have technicians that work on EV vehicles and hybrids get paid more, so shops will charge more for the labor that gets worked on these things. And but other than that, if you're looking to save on gas prices, you know, Cali, we're pretty much $7 a gallon here.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. And,
all right.
Yeah, if you the only benefit I see is gas mileage. If you think it's saving the environment, I'll tell you it's not. But
yeah, that's a fact.
And let me tell you something interesting about that. You'll notice that a lot of Japanese car makers were the first ones to really come out with hybrid technology.
That's correct.
And the reason for that is actually because there's not a lot of lithium reserves in Japan. So a lot of these car makers have actually lobbied to make it more difficult to produce fully electric cars. In fact, they wanted to keep the hybrids and move away from full electric technology. But as you see, the revolution has started. Tesla's leading the way more or less, and everyone else is kind of following suit now, so everything's changing. But interesting tidbit.
Elon Musk, where's my Tesla?
I wouldn't buy a Tesla though. I'd wait. You know, you got the Subaru Solterra coming out soon.
I know, they're looking
you got
good too.
The Toyota
Z4X.
BZ4X, Beyond Zero 4 Horizons or something like that. I
You
don't
got-
know.
Some crazy shit they
Got
came
the
up
Ford Maverick.
with. I don't know about that.
Nah, I don't know. About
Yeah, okay, changing.
Mustang Mach-E. I
The
don't know about
new
that.
Hummer EV. No, but what is it? The truck? The Rivian? I actually like the way that shit
Well, the
looks.
Rivian actually,
That's just crazy.
They increased their price, and a lot of people backed out, and so their shares dropped significantly. So Rivian, I know this chip shortage is really hitting you, but that's not the right choice to make.
Sorry, big fella.
Rivian, make better decisions.
All right, let's show them the interior so they can have a full look of it, and then we'll cut to the chase.
So, you step inside this luxury vehicle. You see a lot of leather everywhere, which is nice. You see cooled and heated seats right here, which is also nice.
Nice.
You see a little glove compartment. Expected. You see an analog clock right here.
There's an analog clock.
An analog clock. Luxurious.
What else
Other
you
than
got?
that, you got all the amenities, moonroof, sunroof, all that jazz. Pause. You got this steering wheel, everything tilts, everything moves. I'm sitting nice back, relaxed. I push one button, now I'm ready to drive. You wish they had this in an F1 car. Other than that, everything's power, everything's nice. You could be fat in this car. You know?
So you said your commute is like 20 miles. How, like, you spend a lot of time in here.
I spend a lot of time in here.
Is it comfortable enough to spend a lot of time in here?
It's you know, I'll be honest with you. The LS400 in its stock form is still more comfortable than this.
Really?
Which is shocking, right? It's more,
Yeah.
the ride is softer, the
Like
seats
15
are
years
comfier.
older too.
Yeah, and it's a lot older. But this car, in terms of something new, it's a really good choice. So,
Mm-hmm.
and if you're looking for something even newer, you can get the new ES300Hs. They're even nicer in the interior, and they get a little bit better fuel economy. I think they get 44 miles per gallon. So,
Dude,
you know,
40 is already more than enough.
40 is more than enough. And the new Priuses get around 56, you know? So how can you complain at that? So now the question you have is which EV or which hybrid or which regular car is right for me? If I could give you a recommendation, I think it's based on your price range. If you're going cheap, get some type of Prius. Mid-range, you got something like this. And if you're in the market for a brand new car at present, you might as well get an EV because the future is coming. You're gonna have more and more electric cars. Car makers are gonna start shifting away from stuff like this. In fact, I think it was one of those Korean brands, similar to the king of KDM, that are now ceasing engineering of all internal combustion engines. Everyone's moving to electric.
Wow.
So it's starting, it's happening. I know it's unfortunate because we got cars like this bad boy right here.
Mm-hmm.
You
And
know,
that
big V8s, inline fours, meaty, throaty, muscular cars that are all gonna die off in the near future. But it's up to us.
All right, let me ask you a question. If you had to buy an EV, which one would it be? Right now,
If I could buy an EV, I would buy the 2023 Toyota BZ4X.
I
Obviously,
agree.
it's not out
I
yet,
agree 100%
but
with
I would
that.
wait for that. Because
Okay.
you know that Toyota makes good cars. I don't trust the Korean cars as much, and I don't like Teslas because they have poor quality. So that's all I gotta say.
All right, sounds good. Hope you guys enjoyed the video on this Lexus. Comment down below what kind of situation you're in, what kind of hybrids you guys think are the best ones. Obviously, a hybrid is a completely different thing, but we have to face it with these guys' prices. it works. It's a solution for a lot of people. Like Sean. So you've added the camera.